Thurgarton Church, the sun burns the winter clouds over the gaunt Danish stone and thatched reeds that cover the barest chapel I know. I could compare it with the Norse longboats that bore burning the body forth in honour from the shore of great fjords long ago. The sky is red and cold overhead, and three small sturdy trees keep a hold on the world and the stone wall that encloses the dead below. I enter and find I stand in a great barn, bleak and bare. Like ice the winter ghosts, and the white walls gleam and flare, and flame as the sun drops low. And I see, then, that slowly the December day has gone. I stand in the silence, not wholly believing I'm alone. Somehow I cannot go. Then a small wind rose, and the trees began to crackle and stir, and I watched the moon by degrees ascend in the window till her light cut a wing in the shadow. I thought, the house of the dead moon inherits it, and I seem in a sense to have died, as I rise from where I sit, and out into darkness go. I know as I leave I shall pass where Thurgarton's dead lie, at those old stones in the grass under the cold moon's eye. I see the old bones glow. No, they don't sleep here in the long holy night of the serene soul, but keep here a dark tenancy and the right of rising up to go. Here the owl and soul shriek with the voice of the dead as they turn on the polar spit and burn, without hope, and seek, without hope, the holy home below. Yet to them the mole and the mouse bring a wreath and a breath of the flowering leaves of the soul, and it is from the tree of death that the leaves of life grow. The rain, the sometimes summer rain on a memory of roses, will fall lightly and come among them as it erases summers so long ago, and the voices of those once so much loved will flitter over the nettled rows of graves, and the holly tree twitter like friends they used to know. And not far away the icy and paralysed stream has found it also, that the day the flesh became glass and a dream, with nowhere to go. Haunting the December fields, their bitter lives entreat us to remember the lost spirit that grieves over these fields like a scarecrow, that grieves over all it ever did and all not done, that grieves over its cross-purpose lot, to know and not to know. The masterless dog sits outside the church door, with dereliction haunting its heart, that hankers for the hand that it loved so. Not in a small grave, outside the stone wall, will the love that it gave ever be returned, not for all time or tracks in the snow. More mourned the death of the dog than our bones ever shall receive from the hand of God, this bone again or all that high hand could bestow. As I stand by the porch, I believe that no one has heard here in Thurgarton Church a single veritable word save the unspoken no. The God-fathered negative that responds to our mistaken, incredulous, and heartbroken desire above all to live, as though things were not so. Desire to live as though the two-footed clay stood up proud, never to know the tempest that raged in the cup under a rainbow. Desire above all to live as though the soul was stone, believing we cannot give or love since we are alone, and always will be so. That heartbroken desire to live as though no light ever set the seas on fire, and no sun burned at night, or mercy walked to and fro. The proud flesh cries, I am not caught up in the great cloud of my unknowing, but that proud flesh has endowed us with the cloud we know. To this unspoken no of the dead God responds, and then the whirlwinds blow over all things and beyond, and the dead mop and mow. And there in the livid dust and bones of death we search, until we find as we must outside Thurgarton church. Only wild grasses blow. I hear the old bone in me cry, and the dying spirit call. I have forfeited all, and once and for all must die, and this is all that I know. For now in a wild way we know that justice is served, and that we die in the clay we dread, desired and deserved, awaiting no judgment day.